Hi guys, welcome to the second installment of my Mission Impossible rankings. This is where these are the top tier, in my opinion, of this franchise. They change from week to week depending on how I feel. So today, this is what they are. So bear with me. I'm sure people will have quibbles and get mad. Ghost Protocol, directed by Brad Bird. This is where J.J. Abrams kind of tweaked the franchise and course corrected it at MI2. Brad Bird runs with that alias kind of prototype and expands it tenfold. Great story, great action. Everybody's on fire on here. What I like about here a lot for the comedy, there's a little bit of some comedic elements in here. Really comes in and hits the sweet spot. So you got the action, you got the tension, then there's the comedy because you need that little coming down. So that little laugh that you have kind of releases all the tension that you have. And I'm going to say an IMAX, I saw this film in IMAX, the climbing of that skyscraper or hotel in Dubai. The sandstorm is coming. The glove that he has is, malfunctioning. He's got to break the glass. He's got to, swing back into the room. Layer among layer of tension. This is easily one of the greatest action sequences put to film of all time. I'm convinced of that. And every time that movie is on, if I get to this, I will sit down and stop what I'm doing to watch that again. And it's still, I shake my head in disbelief in how that got done and that Tom Cruise actually did that stunt. Next up, another Macquarie. This is where, Tom Cruise and Macquarie are... Christopher Macquarie, forgive me if I'm saying his name wrong, have become... Because I think Tom Cruise wanted to use multiple directors, for each film, a different director, get a different feel. But I think he found his muse with Christopher Macquarie. So the next two will be Macquarie filled, right? So we got Rogue Nation. There is the plane sequence in the beginning, and there's the underwater sequence. That is another one that is tension filled. That in the theater you're like, fantastic, top tier, guaranteed. Next we have Fallout. The Halo jump alone is worth your money. And Henry Cavill as the bad guy, one of the bad guys in here. Because, he's Superman at that point. He was still our Superman. So I said, if you're going to make the bad, it won't work. I won't buy him as a bad guy. I see him as Superman. Fantastic. I love the scene, the fight scene in the washroom. That's great. And the Halo jump. Phenomenal. Again, there's world building. You see there's other, how, the Mission Impossible branch, works with other people. They created its own world. There's its own world with its own rules, and I like that. These are the three that I think are the top tier, and I don't think you can go wrong. But again, all of them, this is the one franchise, no matter, even if you're looking at MI2, I watched it last weekend, and I was okay with it. I'm not saying it's better than Fallout, but I'm okay with it. And which franchise can you say you can pick anyone and say, I'll go back, and I'm okay with it? There's not one franchise I can say the same, There's always one you go, I'm not going to watch this one in this franchise. I'll let this go, This one, every year I'll get in the mood to, I haven't seen the first one in a year or two. I want to put that one on again. So this is it. It's consistent. It offers you tons of entertainment. Tom Cruise is the man. It's been 30 years. If this is the final one, you have nothing to be ashamed of. You have created one of the greatest and most consistent franchises in movie history. And that's my ranking. I'll give you a review of the new movie when I go see it on the weekend. And until then, I'll see you in the movies. Take care, guys.